Clarence to be speaking to Chelmsford manager Robbie Simpson after the 1-0 home defeat to Ebbsfleet this afternoon. Robbie, a tough game against the league leaders, but we gave as good as we got in that game. Yeah, we did. I thought that they showed why they're leading the league. They're a very good team, and we're going to have to be at our very best and limit our mistakes, and everyone perform. Minimum 7 out of 10 really, because they're that good. They can punish you, and I think just one moment really has cost us a goal. I thought we did ever so well in the first half against the wind. It was tough. So to go in at 0-0, we were really pleased with that, and we knew that second half we could maybe be a bit more forceful with our attacking play, and we were that. But obviously the goal has stifled that a little bit, and we rallied towards the end. We gave it everything, and I thought we should have had 3 penalties, to be honest with you. The most blatant one was a handball on the line. I thought it was actually in, but when it's not been given, it was clear that it was a handball on the line. So yeah, that was a big moment that the refs got wrong, and how you can get something like that wrong is baffling, to be honest with you. And I thought we should have had 2 other penalties as well. I thought when Jamie goes down, it doesn't look like a blatant penalty, but it's a clumsy from their defender. He doesn't touch the ball. He trips Jamie up and prevents him from getting to the ball. So that's definitely a penalty. And then a probably tougher one to see is the one at the end where the corners come in and the guy's tugging Cameron James's shirt. He's almost pulling it off his back. And the linesman in front of me could definitely see it because I had a clear view of it. I believe the ref could see it, but they've chosen not to give it. So I think we could have had 3 penalties, and I think we deserved a point today. I thought it was a pretty even game. I thought they showed their quality at times, but I thought we showed what we're about. Really being resilient, tough to score against, and carrying a threat. And yeah, so it's a tough one to take, but proud of the boys. If we show that, particularly the last 20 minutes, if we show that togetherness, that energy, sustaining attacks, if we show all that, and we did score what we would have scored if he hadn't handballed it on the line, if we show all that from the start in every game, so until the end of the season, we'll be good. Yeah, and then the first half, Amari Sterling-James had a really good game. He gets taken off at the break with a knock, and then Greg Cundall comes on and is even as much of a problem as he was. So it's just the strength and depth they got, bringing Billy Clifford on and players like that. So yeah, they got a great squad. Top players. The whole squad are regarded as top players in this division, if not the level above. So it was always going to be tough. And like I say, it would have taken us to. We had some top performances today as well. So a really couple of standout performances, and we had a couple of weak performances as well. So it's yeah, and like I said before, when you play against a team like Ebbsfleet, you all have to be on it, and if you're not on it, you just have to not make a mistake. And unfortunately, it was a tough moment for us for their goal, but walking away here proud of our players. But we need to use that. We can't accept it. I don't accept it, because we need to be better if we want to achieve something, and so we're not going to accept it, but we can use the positives, I think, going forward. Yeah, and I suppose that they've just shown the sort of the levels that you need. I think they've opened up a 13-point lead now with Dartford drawing, so they're sort of champions elect, and they can, it's more of an encouraging loss despite the sort of similar scoreline from what we've had at home of late in league games. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think they've won the league. I thought it before today, to be honest. Even if we'd have beaten them, I thought they've won the league. But we know they'll keep going until it's that's the mindset they've got. That's why they're up there. They don't rest on their laurels whatsoever. So yeah, full credit to them. Great setup. The way they play is obviously fantastic, and they had one tiny blip in throughout December, when they had back-to-back games against Dartford, and then a couple of others that they lost. But apart from that, they've been relentless, really. So yeah, full credit to them. And just to touch on a couple of missing players, there was no Dave Winfield today. Obviously, the effects of Monday. And is there any update on Odie Alpha and Harry Lodovica, who've missed a few matches of late as well? Yeah, well, Harry's not got a fracture, but it's severely bad
bone bruising for him and a bit of ligament damage. So he just has to see how it is. You know, he keeps testing it and it gets less sore each time, but so it's not too far away. Odie, we think will be 50-50 for Saturday, and then Dave's obviously Dave has got a fracture in his face, two fractures in his face from Monday night. So we just have to monitor that one really.
Yeah, and moving on to Monday, we've got a couple of cup-side players, but we brought in Tyreek Johnson and to fill those gaps, and he did quite well in the hour today. We've got Michael Felivi sort of easing his way into the team as well, so sort of encouragement to head into Monday's big game against Braintree.
Yeah, both showed good signs, particularly Ty today with the way we wanted to play. We knew he was going to get a bit of ball, and I think in that first half he showed glimpses of what he can be, that's for sure, and he was always going to tire. Playing against a team like that was always going to be tougher, so he was always going to tire, but it was good to get him minutes that he hasn't had for a long time, and Michael again in a different role. It was always going to be tough for him, lots of bodies around, lots of pressing to do from that shape, lots of recovery runs to do, but he's got that in his legs now as well, and he'll be better for that.
Okay, well done today. Unlucky on the result, and we'll move on to Monday's semi-final.
Cheers, Ben, thank you.